Okay, so now we're going to talk about percent of change, all right? So, for example, I start with 25 centimeters and then it goes up to 26 centimeters. So I need to think what percent did the amount increase, okay? So if I go from 25 to 36, that is, you increase by 11 centimeters, right? But I'm not asking you how many centimeters you increase by. I'm asking you what is the percent increase? How much did it increase in percent? So the way you do this is the new number minus the old number divided by the old number. So if you look at this example, the first one was done for you. The new number was 36. The old minus the old number is 25. And then you divide that by the old number, which is 25. First, you want to subtract at the top first, and you get 11. 11 divided by 25 is 0.44. And you should know how to change this to a percent, right? You multiply by 100, and you should get 44% increase. So that's going to be the answer, okay? All right, let's try this one. From $10 to $27, okay? I already know this is an increase. It goes up. But now I need to figure out the percent. So you need to kind of memorize this, okay? You do the new number. I can't highlight it, but it's right here. You do the new number minus the old number divided by the old number, okay? So let's do this one together. The new number was $27, right? The old number is 10. And then the bottom part, you're going to write the old number, 10. The first thing you want to do, let me see if I can make this bigger so you guys can see easier. Yeah, I think that's going to be better. Okay. The first thing you need to do is do 27 minus 10. Don't divide anything right now. Do the top part first. 27 minus 10 is 17. And then the bottom part, you write 10. Okay, now you can do 17 divided by 10. Okay, 17 divided by 10 is 1.7. I need to change this to a percent by multiplying by 100. And when I do that, I'm going to get 170%. And it's a 170% increase, okay? Because it went up from $10 to $27, so it increased. Remember, I do the new number 27 minus the old number 10 divided by the old number, and then you multiply by 100, and then it gets the percent. So that's the answer, 170% increase. Okay, from 68 minutes to 51 minutes. So 68 is the old number, 51 is the new number. It went down, right? So because it went down, I know it's going to be percent decrease, right? So let's do this together. Do new number minus old number. The new number is 51. The old number is 68. The old number is 68. Do the top part first. 51 minus 68 is negative 17. And then you keep the bottom as it is, 68. And then you divide negative 17 divided by 68. I got negative 0.25. I multiply that by 100 to get the percent. Okay? It's negative 25 But here's the thing. Because we said decrease, we don't need to write negative, okay? And plus, you really can't have a negative percent. So all you need to do is just delete this and say from 68 minutes to 51 minutes is a 25% decrease. So let's say your math class is usually 68 minutes long, but then the principal said, no, now it's going to be 51 minutes long. And you can say to your principal, wow, that was a 25% decrease in the amount of time we have to spend in math class. Okay, from 50 lb means pounds to 44 pounds. 50 to 44, it goes down, right? So right away, I know I'm doing percent decrease, just like this one. So I'm probably going to have a negative number, right? Let's see. All right, do the same thing. New number minus old number. The new number is 44. The old number was 50, okay? From is going to tell you the old number. To is going to be the new number. And then the bottom you keep it as the old number 50. 44 minus 50, you do the subtraction first. That's going to be negative 6. And then you bring that 50 back to the bottom. Negative 6 divided by 50 gives me negative 0.12. Okay? And to change this to a percent, I multiply by 100, and it gives me negative 12. But like we did here, because I said decrease, I don't need to write this negative, so I can just delete it. All right? So if my dog used to weigh 50 pounds, but now he weighs 44 pounds, I can say my dog's weight decreased by 12%. From 135 to 130. So from is the old number, to is the new number. All right, so I'm going to do for new number 120 minus the old number 135 divided by the old number 135. From 135 to 120, the price went down, right? So I know right away I'm going to be doing decrease, okay? 120 minus 135 is negative 15. And then here I keep the old number, 135. And then I do 135, excuse me, negative 15 divided by 135. I get negative 0.11. Remember, I need to change this to a percent, so I multiply by 100, and I get negative 11. But because I already said decrease, I could just say 11% decrease. So let's say last week my mom gave me $135. This week she gave me $120. I can say, Mom, why did you decrease my money by 11%? From 257 meters to 243 meters. It went down, right? So right away, I know I'm going to be doing percent decrease and probably having a negative number again. Okay, the new number is 243. The old number is 257. And then the old number goes on the bottom, okay? Just remember that. The old number goes on the bottom, 257. Okay? 243 minus 257 is going to be negative 14. And then I keep that old number on the bottom. And now I can divide negative 14 divided by 257. I get negative 0.054. And it says round to the nearest tenth. So I could just change this to, my internet turned off. So give me 1 second to turn it back on. It's coming back. Give me 1 second. Sometimes this happens. It says internet's off. La 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 la. Are you still on? What's going on? Okay, I think we're back in business. So this can just be 0.54. Multiply this by 100, and I get negative 5.4. And then because it's decrease, I can just say 5.4% decrease. Okay? From 365 feet to 421 feet. So the new number is 421. The new number is going to be, the old number is going to be 365. And the old number is going to be on the bottom always, 365. And look, 365 to 421, it went up. So right now, I know I'm going to be doing increase again, okay? So let's do this. 421 minus 365. It's going to give me 56. And then I keep this at the bottom, 365. The old number goes on the bottom. Okay, that's a good way to remember this. New minus old numbers goes on the bottom. Okay, so 56 divided by 365 is 0.153, but I'm just going to round it to 1.5. I multiply that by 100, and I get 15% increase. Okay, last one. From $289 to $762. That is a big increase, right? So this is probably going to be a big number. Let's see. I'm going to do new minus old. So the new number was $762. The old number was $289. Old number goes on the bottom. Okay. I'm going to do 762 minus 289. Get 473. Divided by 289, the old number. So if I divide those two, I get 1.636. And because this is 5 or more, I can round this to 4, 1.64. And then I multiply this by 100. And this increased by 164%. Okay? So the key thing here is to remember this formula, which is not letting me highlight, but I can make it bigger. Just remember, new number minus old number divided by old number, and then the last thing you need to do is make sure you multiply it by 100 so you can change the decimal you get to a percent, because the question's asking you what percent did it increase, what percent did it decrease, all right?